Hi everyone, how are you doing? I hope you're well. So for this week's message, I'm going to change the format. I'm not going to use tarot or oracle card to share with you a message, but I'm going to rather concentrate on one of my passions in life, which is crystals. It's a big part of my life. I'm a crystal therapist. I use them every day. And yesterday I saw a post on Facebook on one crystal, and I thought it would be a good idea to do maybe once a month a video on a specific crystal and share with you not only information but my experience using them. So today I'm going to talk about natural citrine versus heat treated citrine. I know it's a very controversial topic. There is so much information out there. There are different views. Some of the information is very conflicting, and I feel for you newbies who are trying to build a crystal collection and have the right information, it can be so confusing. So the aim today is to do my best to clarify in this video some of the elements that are commonly misunderstood about citrine and heat-treated citrine. So citrine is one of the most popular healing crystal. If we look at some of the properties, among others, it's a crystal that is going to help you to bring light, positive energy, joy in your life, could help you as well to manifest abundance, and can also help you with confidence and self-esteem. So as I mentioned early on in the title of this video, there are two types of citrine: natural citrine and heat-treated citrine. Okay, now I'm going to show you first of all a natural citrine. This is a single terminated natural citrine, and also a tumblestone of natural citrine. It's a nice light yellow, as you can see. Now, for the heat treated citrine, this is an example of a cluster, darker color, as you can see. And I'm going to show you as well a tumblestone. The yellow is much brighter. Now, natural citrine, you're going to find it in some places in the world. For example, the single terminated one I got about 10 years ago is from Congo. So Congo is one of the places in Africa. For the heat-treated citrine, they're generally found or made, because I'm going to explain to you how they are actually created, in Brazil, okay, which is one of the biggest area in the world where you can find amethyst and other quartz and other crystals from the crystal quartz family. Now, natural citrine is difficult to find nowadays. It's quite rare, and because of its rarity, it's quite expensive. I remember when I started building my crystal collection over 10 years ago, it was still widely available, but nowadays it's very difficult. So as an alternative, you can buy, and it's widely available, heat-treated citrine. So what is heat-treated citrine? Well, basically it's a piece of amethyst that has been treated and heated, in a furnace up to 900 degrees. And of course, because of it, it's not natural, but rather mimicking, in a sense, what the earth does by creating citrine in a lab. So yes, it's very different. The end result, as you can see from there, we start with a piece of amethyst and we end up with this heat treated citrine after it's gone through a process of being heated. Now, typically, the difference, I would say, between the two types of citrine, you can find it by its color. This is one of the best ways to identify natural citrine compared to heat treated citrine. If you look at those two, they are natural, citrine. The color is a sort of light yellow, champagne color, I would say. But some of them on the market are kind of, I would describe them as a sort of brownish gray color, and usually they are what I call smoky citrine. Okay, but one other clue you can find, not only the color, so from the kind of champagne to brownish gray color, the color is very much, if you look at it, uniform, and you can see even better on the tumblestone. Now, there is a lot of debate over which citrine is better based on its metaphysical properties. Some argue that since heat-treated citrine, is manipulated, that it does not contain similar metaphysical properties than natural citrine. It's interesting because I would not agree on that. I understand the logic, but it's not, to me, necessarily true. One way of looking at it is any citrine has gone through a heat-treated process. What I mean by that, the only difference is that natural citrine gets heat-treated or heated in the earth, and heat-treated citrine gets heated in a lab. But the actual process is the same. Now, if we look at the chemical makeup of the stone, it doesn't go any changes in either of these processes. So if I can call it the more natural way, in the earth or in a lab. As I mentioned early on, amethyst, the two type of citrine are among many others part of the quartz family, which means the chemical formula, any of them have a chemical formula, which is the SiO2, which represents the silicon dioxide. And whether it's natural citrine or it's been, heated in the lab, it has the same chemical formula of SiO2, the silicon dioxide. And on a structural level, there is no difference between the two. So the metaphysical properties and energy of the stone are very similar. I'm talking about natural citrine and heat-treated citrine. Basically, when a piece of amethyst goes through this process of being heated, it's going to change the color from purple to this, which can be kind of, I would say this is quite extreme in the color actually. It's almost orange. I would call it burnt orange. Actually very similar to amber. I was looking through my crystal collection this morning to find something similar. Otherwise you would get that sort of bright yellow color, But it doesn't actually change its molecule structure. And the crystal still has effective healing qualities. So it's interesting. It's all about perspective. But again, this is my opinion about it, okay? You may find out, you may do research and find other people totally with different opinions on the matter. But another common thought is that natural citrine is more powerful than heat-treated citrine. Again, I've been working with natural citrine and heat-treated citrine. Both of them, I had amazing results. I like them both, but it's true, the energies are different. Okay, I wouldn't say one is more powerful than the other, but the energies are definitely different. And it's interesting, there is always something I share with people who attend my Introduction to Crystal Healing workshop, is that the relationship with crystals is so personal. They speak to the soul of each of us in a unique way, in accordance, for example, with our capacity to understand and process information, change, and transformation. And it's so, so personal. For example, during the workshop, people have the opportunity to experience different energies with different crystals. So if, let's say, they're going to hold each of them the same citrine, for example, well, there is always, the result are always that different people will have different reactions, and there is no right or wrong, okay? Some of them may like the energy of a specific crystal, they connect with it, they feel good about it. Others, not so, there is something not quite right. Or some people may not feel anything at all. So what I'm saying is, if someone, let's say, is more attracted to use, for example, a heat-treated citrine rather than another piece of natural citrine, there's nothing wrong with that. What matters is it feels right for you as a unique individual. So let me end by saying that I feel personally, if I can give you one piece of advice on how to select any crystals, is to use your intuition as always, as your first guide, okay? If a stone or crystals works for you for a particular purpose, then don't let anyone or anything that you read or hear change that for you. For certain people, certain stones may work very well while not working for others, no matter what is said or written about them. Now, going back to the post I saw yesterday, it was basically a lady who posted a picture of her, well, it was basically a heat-treated citrine cluster, bigger than mine, in a group, and I would say in a crystal group. And she was clearly excited about it. She said, look at this beauty. And yes, it was absolutely beautiful. What was interesting, 90%, I would say, of the comments were, it's fake. It's not natural citrine. It's heat-treated citrine. And in a way, I felt for her, because I'm thinking, why being so pretentious about something like this, when I know that the importance of working with crystals is not following the certain rules. It depends on our relationship on an individual level. So it's going to be very different from one person to another. And I felt for her. And I left a message and I said to her, although this is not natural citrine, it's such a beautiful crystal. And I thought, it's so important not being not falling in a trap where sometimes in the mineral world, crystals, world, people have a tendency to be sometimes quite pretentious, about their knowledge. And, I've got the most beautiful crystal, the most unusual crystal, I've got an expensive collection. But quite often, people don't realize that the importance here is how you connect on an energy level. And that's what matters. So that's it for this week. I hope the information was useful for you. If you want to leave a comment, please do. It would be nice to have kind of conversation and communication with a few of you, and just sense and tell me what you've been experiencing with citrine. If you've got one, did you go for natural citrine, or do you have a heat treated citrine and it works perfectly well for you, which is absolutely fine. So thank you for watching. Thank you for liking and sharing. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel to receive notifications on future videos. I also do intuitive readings, so if you are interested to get a personal intuitive reading with me, please check my website. You'll find the link down below in the description box. So thank you again for watching. Take care of yourself. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.